Let's proceed. Let's start the fourth lesson plan. The fourth unit in 7th class is The Brave Little Bowman. This is the lesson plan written in the CCA model. Okay, total number of periods we need 20. Instructional periods we need 18, and for English language lab we need 2 periods. Okay, so competency wise learning outcomes. You will get these learning outcomes in the textbook, that is in the last pages of the textbook we will get these learning outcomes, but here and there are mistakes in textbook also. So according to the lesson we have to prepare our own learning outcomes. The first competency, listening and speaking. The student able to sings the poem with rhyme and rhythm and appreciates it. He expresses his or her views on own, develop listening and speaking skills. Next, reading comprehension. Identify the character in the BOWMAN lesson, conversation and role play. He expresses own ideas of problems in the lesson. Next, grammatical awareness. Correct sentences by using simple future tense. Understand and write negative sentences for positives and frame questions. Next, vocabulary. Students learn the past and past participle form of the verbs. They write antonyms and try to add some more antonyms. Creative writing. Students understand the context and rewrite in the form of a story. So finally we start the lesson plan here. We write period number, transaction activity or steps we follow. Next, transaction method, what type of method we follow. This is also called as a transaction strategy. And TLM we use. Okay, so we will have the face sheet or trigger sheet. Okay, this is the pre-reading activity. It's a picture interaction or it's a face sheet. It's a whole class activity. Children able to understand the face sheet and answer the questions. The questions like, what are the men doing? What weapons are they using? We use the TLM like textbook, blackboard and the pictures that are the men are fighting. They are using maces. Maces means గదలు. మనకు ఫేస్ షీట్లో ఒక వార్ సీన్, దట్ మీన్స్ అ బ్యాటిల్, యుద్ధం సీన్ ఉంది. ఆ ఫేస్ షీట్లో ఆ మెన్ ఏం చేస్తున్నారు మీన్స్ దే ఆర్ ఫైటింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ వాట్ వెపన్స్ ఆర్ దే యూజింగ్ అంటే దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ మేసెస్, వాళ్ళు గదలు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారనేసి రాస్తారనమాట. నెక్స్ట్ పీరియడ్ నెంబర్ 2 ఇట్స్ రీడింగ్ activity, that means it's the main lesson, main reading activity. We will divide the lesson into segments. So here is the segment 1. The lesson we teach from once there lived a little bowman and up to you assist me. Okay. So it's a whole class activity and here the teacher and students interaction will be there. There will be a reading by individual and scaffold reading. Children understand the conversation between the little bowman and the big man. And they will get the new words, that means they will get the meanings for the new vocabulary like crooked means bent, ditch and narrow channel. Okay, we will use the TLM textbook, fighting pictures, flashcards, etc. The period number 3, there is a transaction activity, that means we teach the segment 2, the main lesson, from we can't judge, from you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay, it's a saying, it's a proverb like this, and up to kill a tiger. Okay, the transactional method or strategy is it's a teacher and students interaction. There will be individual and group reading and scaffold reading will be there. Discussion on the conversation. Children will be able to identify the key words, that means they will learn the new words, that is a swifter, faster. We use the TLM textbook flashcards. In the flashcards, we will give the expressions like Your Majesty, Your Highness and some more phrases. Period 4, we will teach segment 3 from the big man and up to take your reward. Okay, here is the interaction by the teacher and students. There will be individual reading and scaffold reading. Children read dialogue wise and they will learn the new words like mounted, riding on, animal. We will have the TLM war scenes, that means we will show some video clips of war scenes. Okay, the period 5, we teach segment 4, the lesson from all the people and up to the glossary, that means we will complete the lesson in segment 4 and we will explain the glossary also. Okay, it's a teacher and student interaction activities and here will be individual reading, group reading and scaffold reading. Children able to learn new vocabulary and they will learn the theme completely. Okay, we will use the TLM like textbooks, dictionary, chart with new words and freshest chart. Okay. In the period 6, here we have the transactions like reading comprehension, and we complete the question and answers here, and we also start vocabulary, that is the A Roman crossword puzzle. Okay, individual and group activity. Children try to answer the questions and complete the crossword by using the hints. Okay, with the TLM textbooks, blackboard, etc. Period 7, we teach vocabulary, that is the B Roman and past participle forms. That means we teach tenses here. It's a teacher and children interaction. Children able to learn verbs, actions, tenses and differences. Okay, so the students learn present tense, past tense, past participle. We also call as the V1, verb 1 first form, V2 and V3. They will learn the tenses like the ask, asked, asked, to, did, done, take, took, taken. We use TLM charts, textbook, blackboard and flashcards. Next, vocabulary. The period 8, we teach C Roman antonyms and D Roman fill in the blanks. We will have the language lab here. Okay, so in the language lab or language activity, here individual and group activity, display of audio and video files in a smart TV or digital class. Children understand and learn easily. And we use the TLM digital class, activity cards and for antonyms or charts. For example, harshly into gently, wise into foolish. In the period 9, we teach grammar, and here we teach A Roman simple future tense. Children able to learn verbs, tenses and simple future tense. The king will take both of us, simple future tense. Okay, we have the sentence form, that is the subject plus will plus V1 form and object, etc. Okay, the formula here, subject plus will plus V1. Okay, and charts, blackboard, textbook. The charts like I will come, she will write, they will eat. So simple future tense chart we prepare as a TLM. Okay, fill in the blanks. Here we teach C Roman negative and positive sentences. Children try to write simple future tense on their own. Children learn the difference between positive and negative sentences. The positive will go, I will go, like that. And the negative future form is I will not go. Will write, will not write. We use the TLM textbook, blackboard and chart. And in the period 11, we teach yes or no questions. And the questions are formed by auxiliary verb. Here we will explain 1-2 exercises. Teacher and children activities will be there. We teach yes or no questions, start with the auxiliary verbs, and we use the TLM and blackboard. So we will explain like this. She is learning classical dance. Is she learning classical dance? We can enjoy the movie. Can we enjoy the movie? Okay. Here the questions are start with the auxiliary verbs. Okay. In the period 13, we teach talking time. That's the language function. The language function of offering and asking for help. Teacher and student interaction will be there. Children able to learn polite forms. We use TLM of charts, flashcards and video clips of polite forms. Prepare the chart like this. So asking for help, it's an offering help. Could you please help me? Could you help me? Would you mind helping me? Please. Okay. We use the phrases like could you help me? Would you mind? Please, etc. And in the offering help, can I help you? May I help? I will help you if you say, I will help you if you need, like this. Okay, we will prepare a polite forms chart here. At 14, we have the language lab. Here we have the library or smart TV or digital class or virtual class, anything may be there. It's a whole class activity. It's an exposure of audio and video files of polite forms. We use the TLM like digital class, charts or virtual class, any video clips here. 15, it's a listening activity. We have the listening passage, an audacious village, Military Madhavaram. Okay, the teacher and students interaction will be there. There will be the questions like, what is Amar Jawan famous for? Students develop patriotism through this listening passage. We use the TLM military pics, textbook and blackboard. In the period 16, we will have the study skills. It's a recommended diet. Okay? So it's an individual and whole class activity. Students understand the importance of healthy food. We have the TLM textbook and blackboard. In the period 17, here we have dictionary entry. Students understand the usage of dictionary. Example, we have the play. It's a verb. It means we engage in an activity. And we have play. It's a noun. It means activity for enjoyment. The same word we will have as a verb and noun. Okay? The students learn and they differentiate the words whether it is a noun or verb or adjective, etc. We have the TLM textbook and dictionary. 18, we have the fun time, riddles and tongue twisters are here. Students understand the new vocabulary. Tongue twisters help good pronunciation. It's a whole class activity. Children prepare new riddles. We use the TLM textbooks and blackboard. Period 19. Here is the poem A Fairy Song. Okay? Here it's a teacher and students interaction will be there. Children enjoy the poem and they enjoy the rhyme and rhythm. The TLM we use textbook, blackboard and audio and video clip of the fairy song poem. And in the period 20, we have the poem comprehension questions and finally we have the self checkpoint. Individual and whole class activity. Children check their assessment points. Students recapitulate the unit. Okay, we use the TLM textbook, blackboard, etc. Finally, teachers' reflections. Children understand the characters of BOWMAN, king, strongman, fairy, etc. They learn new vocabulary, tenses, yes or no questions, auxiliary verbs, etc. They also participate well in exercises. Okay? So this is the 4th unit in 7th class English Blossom 7. Okay? So when we observe, we have explained the lesson plan in on order as we have in the textbook. In the textbook, we have the pre-read activity and next main reading, complete lesson will be there. Next glossary, next reading comprehension and next vocabulary, grammar, next writing part, listening and speaking, study skills, fun time, talking time, everything according to the textbook only we have prepared the lesson plan. Okay, go through my videos. Please support my channel. Do subscribe my channel, like and share this video to your friends and family members. Thank you.